Welcome to kcheebplays, Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Let's get started. Ulyov was relaxing on the sofa, reading a book, drinking a coffee, and enjoying the downtime. Life had been quite hectic lately. These moments were few and far between. Ludmila was at the other end of the sofa, pretty much mirroring Ulyov, except for the coffee. He had no idea how he could drink the stuff. He considered tea the only civilized drink. It seemed so upper crust. Ulyov put his book down and slid towards Ludmila's end of the couch. He snuggled up, catching Ludmila off guard. Ulyov wasn't particularly affectionate. She enjoyed the feeling of him snuggled up beside her, though. It made her feel loved. Ulyov whispered to Ludmila, "Have you considered setting a date?" Now Ludmila was truly surprised. This was the last thing she thought she'd hear Ulyov say. "I honestly haven't, love," she whispered back. "Have you?" "I have. I was thinking this summer. My mind has been on you and I raising a family. I can't think of anything better." Ludmila was now more than surprised. They'd spoken off and on about setting a date, but never about having a family. He'd assumed that would happen. I mean, that's what married couples do, start a family. It was a lot to process all at once. Kalinka had been in a mood since they'd decided to push off their uranium processing plans. She didn't know why it meant so much to her. All she knew is she wanted it and couldn't let it go. Christoph knew to keep his distance when Kalinka was dealing with issues. But this had gone on a lot longer than usual. He decided he'd best get to the bottom of the situation. "My love," he said, "what's troubling you?" Knowing full well what was troubling her. "Christoph," she snapped back, "you know me better than I know myself. Do you really have to ask?" She stopped and apologized. "I'm sorry, love. I don't know why I can't let this go. It really is just another project. Maybe it's the mystery of the nuclear process that has me intrigued. I mean, how do you get so much energy from such small quantities of material? It's a wonder." "Ah, your analytical brain hard at work," Christoph surmised. "I wonder if we should have our next vacation at the Bashkir nuclear power plant," he teased. Immediately said, No, I'm just joking, Kalinka. Please don't arrange that." She smiled a deep, warm smile. How she loved that man. Clarence was still in the office, racking his brain, trying to figure out how to get more people to the CO area. The 2 helicopters were barely enough. Having another from Kiamnov will help, but will it be enough? He had to get the CO up and running so he could get a decent start on the city. What other options are there, he wondered. "Hi, Cheeb here. Well, trying to get some people up here so I can make more use of these construction offices that we've got built. There's a couple things that I did notice that were not quite right, I don't think. Don't have excavators in this office, so I was thinking going to end up having 2 somewhere, so I may as well have 2 here now. I think those will work well for this area, or at least get some other building work to be done. I could be wrong. I'm just looking at this stuff, and yeah, I guess really it is. We're looking at asphalt not being needing to be delivered is what I'm trying to say. So till I can get that this stuff finished up. One of those situations where we don't have people, so we don't have concrete. Let me check to see. Oh, I seem to click on that road vehicle. So they are assigned, so it's just going to be a matter of when we get people in for pickup. And here comes some now, so hopefully that'll kick, or at least get some people up here. Got a bunch running down to the bus stop, so that's a good thing, and nobody getting picked up. Where's my bus? Maybe I do need to start this one as well. It's unfortunate, but because it doesn't seem like there's any happy middle ground here in terms of how many people end up here going to work versus being able to be picked up from here. So yeah, when you're so far away from people. Oh, I didn't want you to go there. Oh, going for fuel. Okay, I get it. You get some concrete delivered, so that's nice. And I think there's some asphalt coming now. Yikes. And we got our road built, so I can take that little temporary one out. Now, where's everybody going? And can they make it somewhere before they run out of time? There's one of the buses. Oh, cool. Yay. Where are they going? Coming down here? This is where we need asphalt. Really? Yeah. Second one. Just don't think it's necessary to have them there. If we get the asphalt up there and I can get the people situation sorted, big key. If I can get the people situation sorted, all good. We got, where are you headed? I don't know. Oh, to the pump. Okay, so this pump also got all its materials delivered as well for the first phase. Okay, that's nice. How are we doing up here for the road? I'm going to gravel some more road up here. Do we have... This one still needs to be graveled. It just needs people. Not overly concerned about that one. And if I'm honest, I don't know why I graveled it. But I did. Should be able to do 2 more sections, actually. Before I do that, well, I can get this one started. And a message. Oh, more cash for the coal. School's done, finished, good. Don't need this. Go. All right, do want to get rid of that. Okay, get another section of road done. We're getting there. We're getting there. Now are my buses going to be able to get down there in time to pick people up before they disappear? There they are there, chugging along. Getting our cement delivered. 2 working there now. The thing. Okay. Stuff is happening. Mind you, I could get them started on at least getting the gravel out for these 2 roads as well. Not going to hurt anything while they're sitting there waiting to be used. How are we doing up here for rail? Working on the bridge and getting that done. And I think Okay, Zena's working on this one. Are you waiting? Oh, we have a standoff. Gonna have to correct that situation. Where's my crossover? It's probably way back here. Yeah, that's not cool. Gonna put one in here and manage it from there. Don't really need, well, we need the signals, but we don't really need to have that so far back. It's not helpful to have to reserve that much track. And I don't know if I want to do that or not. I think I do need the signal in the way there. Oops. Select the right one. Okay, there we go. Okay, get that signal properly. And I'll have to do this as well to segregate them. This is going to cause grief for the builders. But one there. You're going. Oh. What? That was interesting. Not sure why you decided to turn around all of a sudden. Oh, to get to a different railroad. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, that'll work for the time being. Now those are all good. Get this one separated as well. That whole area can can be left as it is for the time being. We messed things up royally from here. Okay, go ahead and okay, and quick signals. Oh, I don't need them. Actually, what I need is a signal here, and then, yeah. Right. I can get rid of these here. Okay, that'll work. That was a lot of work. No. I made that look harder than it needed to be, but it sure felt like it was. Oh boy. Okay, so you're not working on anything right now because I messed you up. What I want you to do is get back on this one, please. Thank you. And we've got the second one. Seeing if there's another one that we can get second builder working on. Yeah, we can go in there. Finish that off. Okay. I will be looking at this in the next episode or two, just in terms of setting the city up and where I want the rail to go, and likely working sort of from this end back with the fields that I'm going to add in there. Then I can plan the rail and then the uranium and then try to make everything else work from there. So it's going to be an interesting little scenario. So see how it all pans out. Okay, and this I can get rid of now. needed. And where's our next set? Okay. Yeah, those are way too close together. Sorry, this is not supposed to be a watch this the signaling scenario. And yeah, I can just turn these all into the normal. Yeah. Oh, bizarre. The normal signals, because this is all dealt with. So turn that to get all this stuff done properly. They're all in. Thank you. Okay, I'll have to get some, and this is the outside, I'll have to get some measuring stuff out. Don't really want to deal with that just at this point in time. Okay. I think I got them all dealt with now. This is looking like a normal, well, somewhat normal, to get a couple of sets in here just to allow somewhat normal traffic to flow. Okay. Let's go off to Kiamnov and see if we have a platform built. Quite, eh? Just need some steel. Hopefully that's steel on the way. 77 tons, no small amount. But we do have three trucks with 13 tons each, so that's about half. And lots of buses. Our footpaths are all dealt with. I'd like to watch and see what happens here with so many of the with the people in terms of how they get to to where I would like them to go. And I'm wondering now if I just build a path directly over here. Yeah, see, there's people working there now. We don't need people for any of the other constructions, I guess, that these guys are responsible for. Will be my guess. We need some materials. What are we looking for here? Okay, steel and mechanical components. Should be, yep. Okay, still that's from, I'm gonna have to start naming these, I think. Oh no, it says, yeah. It has the right name there, or the name I'm expecting. And then the rest of these, so close to being reasonably functional. And working for, yeah, that's the, I believe that's the one in Meadzol. Nothing else here needs concrete, does it? Oh, concrete, gravel, and asphalt. They need to be built at some point, and I'm tired of them staring at them doing nothing. Oh, let's get them delivering what they can to all of the things. Right. That road is now built, and the buses can go around the other way for the time being. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot going on for them. And they just get back to back without having an end station in there. They just they do their thing. Okay. Just looking for asphalt now. Wonder if I run a temporary road up there, if I can get it dealt with. Should be able to. Yep. Okay, where am I again? Where am I? What am I doing? Trying to keep these guys busy. Yeah, they can get to both of those. Probably hold off doing anything with that. May as well. Right. Let's check time. I'm bad for that. I'll just keep tootling around looking for stuff to do, and next thing I know, we're a few hours into it. I think I've said it before a few times that that's the way my my normal gameplay works, is that I would come and spend the whole afternoon, 4 or 5 hours, sometimes, a lot of times, part of the mornings as well, just play and tweak and watch and see what's happening and see what's broken and see what I can do to make it, or try to make it work. So okay, we're into January now, so let me check and see while I'm thinking about it. There's still 4,800 tons of crops left there, and I'm guessing we're probably pretty low here. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Down to 200 there, and those are most of the crops that are stored up here are just run down by truck, so it's the kind of their busy season right now, the end of it. Well, yeah, we've got a fair amount of food there right now, considering getting the second one done, but I really was trying to hold off on that as long as I could until we got another, at least one more field set up, which isn't going to be for a bit. So that's where my head's at that way. If you got a better idea than that, then I'm all ears. Let me know. 117. This will be the last ore carrier, I think, for a while. The rest of them will be the liquids. 1,200, yeah. Where's my oh, and he's actually loaded up. So we may be in a situation where I've set the right amount. I mean, I'm certainly not making the most of the amount of fuel that I'm loading with, and I may not even be having a decent return on what I'm shipping out for product. I mean, yeah, 1.1 million. Certainly, I doubt he's using 1.1 million tons of, or rubles worth of fuel. And actually, that was to the western border, so. Are we going to get to the point that that'll fill up? Yeah, and this is not as full as I would have liked to see it. Not by a long shot, honestly. And you're just leaving with oil. And it takes no time to fill you back up. We're seeing a drop. 10,000-ish. 13,000 maybe. But all our pump jacks are working all the time now, so that's good. Little action. And we're in the final phase here. Nice. Just need to get this this worked on. I don't think I have any other constructions on the go. Got some rail stuff happening, but yeah, they're working out there. I think I've got the signal set up properly now to allow them to more than one to get in and go to work. So. It's good. We are making progress. Guy's on his way back. Yeah, I think we're all right. We're all right. Heard so many people say this, that the people are your biggest resource, and how true that is. I mean, that's what's holding this whole construction up, is the fact that I can't get people out here. Oh, we got bitumen. Yeah, so I should probably turn up. I don't know if I need 4, but we should probably turn that up. So now we should be able to start delivering bitumen. Not bitumen, asphalt. That's what it is. Yeah. Nice. As long as I got people working there, we should be golden. And pavers and rollers. Do I dare get a paver and a roller? Could even turn this into the road crew. This one right now is pretty much general. So I'm thinking, if this is the road guys, we're going to want dumpers. Same one, but I think a little different color. I don't know if I like that red orange or not. Yugoslavian. They're both the same. Oh no, they're not. A little bit different. A little more capacity with that one. It's quite nice, actually. 115. It only goes 60. Well, it would certainly let me understand or know which one is which. Okay. We're going with that. Need a couple of bulldozers. couple of open hulls. And for open hulls, I don't know what they can load. 40 tons, it says. Huh. I use this one so much. I'm trying to stay away from it at this point. That's 70K. Paver. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Actually, I should look on the... Oh, if the paver here is faster. I think it is. Level 45. And a paver over here is 31. And again, it's that speed level is probably the number of workers that it deals with. So regardless, I'm going with that. And get 2 of those. And rollers. So this is a speed level 20. And that's an 18. So we're going all Western with this outfit. Get 2 more. What have I got left? I think I'm going to probably want, well, I don't know if I need 2 more or not, because these are all used in different stages, so they may not be that big a deal, honestly. So, this is where you get your gravel, your asphalt, and the rest of it I don't think matters to them. It's going to be a matter of assigning work now. Construction Office 2 was already assigned to that. Oh, because automation. Don't want footpaths, conveyors, pipelines. No. Required. But roads, factory connections. It's all good. This heliport doesn't need to be from them. Open storage, no. Factory connections, heliport, cargo station, warehouse, just roads and factory connections. Oh, there's a pipeline? Yes, there would be a pipeline. Really? There's a pipeline? Oh, yeah, up to the... We don't need that built just yet. Cargo platform. Okay, I think we're only roads and factory connections for these guys now. Okay. Stuff is happening. Actually got people working here. Look out. Look out. Okay, let's go over and see. We're good to go, and we don't want, whoops, no passengers, students, or tourists. We just want workers and our fuel dudes. I think this is fuel, is it not? Yes, and 17. That's a lot. How full do we want that? Yeah, helicopters, we want that full. So let's get this guy flying from here to here. Let's just load workers and unload workers. I know that's not necessary, but I just do it. Because when I look at it, then I know that that's what this is for. Okay, now I'm trying to go from memory for footpaths and all that. There's groundworks. Well, why don't I look at this? The groundworks and then the rest of the construction. So that's... Now, if I consider this roads, let me rename that. Okay, that's cool. And what is this one going to be? That'll be the, well, it would have to be the cement. Okay, I'm just trying to come up with a good name for this. It's concrete and cranes. CO. I think that's what it is. Okay, so if I concrete mixer capacity. How many slots do I have before I get carried away? 16. So we'll go with 4 to begin with. And road cranes. Excuse me. Hmm. $60K. Just sort of just looking at the speed that it travels. Oh, right. I don't want to do 4 of them in one place. Well, I'll have to figure that out. Because I'm short COs if I want to try to set that up properly. I'm going back to my default for how I set these up. 7, 8, 10. 90K. And 4 for 9. Okay. Concrete. From there. And get your people from... Actually, I didn't want to do that with the buses. Don't want them getting people. I'll just move them over. I got to do some more research on how to set these up properly. Or that I thought I had it in my head for how that was going to work, but I obviously don't. I go back to my default layout. Getting lots and lots and lots of gravel dealt with. Oh, and I best check for auto search. Don't want. Well, roads, conveyors and pipelines, electrical wiring, no. connections, footpaths, buildings and conveyors. Manually assigning those ones. I'm gonna go back and watch a video and make notes so I can get this sorted out. The proper setup is what I'm trying to say. So this is roads, right? Yep, roads. And all our dumpers are out and about. Well, I think I'm gonna leave them to go. Want to wonder if I turn all of these on, if I'm gonna get people everywhere. Or if I should just do a blanket. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, I know you're there somewhere. There you are. Yeah, there. Don't want roads, right? No roads. Road. Road. Okay. Okay. And a couple of little sections left here to gravel up. Should be able to get to both of them. No, we can't. Still need that as a through track. Need some asphalt. Okay, they're assigned. So we should be getting, you'd think we'd be getting some asphalt. People are working there. Yay. Should be getting some warehouses sorted here soon. Asphalt. The theme of the day, asphalt. Or are trains making out? Where's this piece of rail? Oh, onto section 2. Cool. And then once we get that built and past this point, then we can get a whole bunch of other stuff started. Where are we at here? Cool. So the main line continuation. You're just hopping in there right now. And again, the main line continuation. So cool. It's happening. Little more activity here than there has been in prior episodes. Nice to see. Starting to get enough people. I think that third, I don't think I'm going to bother with the fourth. There's no one waiting just yet. Unfortunately, the buses just came to pick up people and they all got scooped away. So he'll be going back home and then coming back to pick up people, right? That would be my guess. Yeah. There you go. Oops. Timing. Interesting. Just trying to think of what the best way to deal with this is. Probably like that. Once we get into real world, I don't think the construction's that big a deal at this point. That's definitely not going to be one. It's the dirt road. Don't need anything fancy. There'd be no drop off and pickup or anything going on there. And this one is our components. So that again, I don't think that's particularly busy place. I mean, it'll be one that's needed when it's needed, obviously, but you're not going to have 10 trucks sitting there waiting to pick up materials. So. All right, how's our bitumen supply doing? Wonderfully. Thank you. Fuel. Almost to the point where I think we don't have anything being built by helicopters out here. So I think I'll get them working up here so we can get a move on with all of this stuff. Reach it. Reach it. And now that I'm thinking about this, I'm not sure how this is going to work. This will be one of those passive situations where this will pass through because there's a pump there. I'm kind of doubting that's going to be the case, but we'll see. When the time comes, we will see. Okay, not sure, I've kind of lost track of time. It's just what I do. So basically what's going to happen, I'm going to let this go for about another 15 minutes. I know what time it is now, so I know what time I need to shut down. So I think we'll be okay. We'll be all right. Anyways, one way or the other, we'll be okay. I'm getting excited about the CO area starting to take shape. And I really can't wait to see these helicopters in action. It's going to be something. I got to figure out as well for the passenger helicopters, because there's going to be a lot of passenger helicopters in use. So what do I do for just want to have a look and see what... Whoa! It's not what I thought it was. Here we are. Okay. Standard one has 3, and I'm going to have 9. To follow Copty's rule of always have an open spot for your helicopters because you don't want them hovering and wasting, which I definitely agree with. Maybe I should check this. No, I don't think that works. I was going to say for those pads, I don't know that it works to put the extra, like a triple. I don't think it'll connect. Yeah, there's nowhere for it to do that. It needs these spots, and then obviously the waiting area for the for the passengers. So that's not really an option, is it? Wow, lots of people. That's cool. Can bring 85 at a time, so that's a nice number. Fueled up, and then everybody's going to get on, right? There we go. Sweet. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. I always forget to switch that back. Okay, we're in February. And there's 3,300 tons crops there and 500 tons of crops here. Should have, yeah. I think adding those couple of extra cars to that shuttle going back and forth was a good call. This is still a bit of a busy area here. This one spot. Wondering what could be done. Try to make it non-blocking. Might have enough space further back just to get it to go up and over and then down here, and then the main line will remain open for coming through this way, if that's where the blockages are coming from, which is what it seems like is happening. Good. This whole area here is all nice and clear. Traffic just flows. It's just our steel production, eh? Nice to see traffic, though. I mean, it gives you a sense of the, being alive, so to speak. Lots of meat. Lots and lots of meat. Okay. I'm paying more attention. 4 minutes have passed. 11 left. And our number of workers is not quite where I would expect it to be. How many people? Yeah. Surprising. 104, 63. Oh, I'm wondering if we're stealing people from here. Mind you, that was all down here where we had the unemployed. At least that was my... There's still 64 unemployed here. If you're we got jobs for you. Go get on the on the tube, or where can you walk? Yeah, you can get there. You can get anywhere. Probably has more to do with the fact that, at least from the helicopter perspective, there isn't enough rollover. Only one helicopter going back and forth. I'm not sure I need that anymore. Helicopters to run out there. Seems to be running pretty well construction-wise there now, so... But, oh yeah, there's some work to do here too. Need to get rid of that, these two overpasses that are not necessary anymore. Even though people still use them. And I don't think I'm going to be able to squeeze one in there, so it's going to be a matter, well, that may just force them to use the road for a bit if I delete this and then build it. So not the end of the world, I don't think. Yeah, there's no need for it now. Sorry, folks. Do this for the delete. Yep. Okay, let's get our footpath set up, and we'll get Bramsky's group dealing with that one. It should actually cut down on amount of or the distance. Increase the distance they can travel. Yeah, words. Now, I think I can squeeze it past. Again there. But they can go out and around. And this road is no longer necessary. Little cleanup things. Leave this circle there, as oblong as it is. Think about what to do, what to put in here. People are using this this one, so once this passes in, then I'll take that one out. Just wondering if I should take this one out now or not. Yeah, it's not going to get through there at all. Mind you, I could shorten the time that they're out by doing that. Well, they're kind of going, I was just watching what direction they were going, and it's sort of 50-50 there for which direction. Might be best to leave it that way. And putting a temporary one in isn't going to help anything out, is it? It could. Yeah, that's fine. Whoops. One, get our foot pass back. Right there and here. Bramsky going on that one, and I should be able to put a temporary one in right there. Perfect. Okay, good. Little change of scenery there. Holding steady at 94% happiness. That's good. Okay, 6 minutes left. Still plenty of action here. Awesome. Did you pick anyone up? Nope. These guys going on. Oh, they are working on that one. What do we need here? Mechanisms. Mechanical components. Now you know the struggle that I have with changing the way that I do things. Asphalt. You can deliver asphalt. Road can deliver asphalt. They're all out working up here. Yeah, and you're assigned to all that. Okay, good. What are we looking for here? Got a paver on site. Are you working on... No, you're not. That's the issue, is it not? No, needs asphalt. Oh. The dumpers. No. No pavers. Where are there? Here's the pavers. It's a roller. Where are the two pavers? That's a little annoying. Are they here? Yeah, they're both here. Ah. Okay. Let's put a pause on this. And a pause on this. And I'll do them a section at a time. Linear processing. Get asynchronous and my brain starts to hurt. Thank you. Surprised we didn't get a bunch of messages. We need to get some power up there too. Are we looking for everything here? I think that's set to the helicopters. Electrical components. Materials getting delivered. Plenty of fuel. Good. All right, got a minute left, so a little bit of progress. Starting to get these guys doing stuff now, so that's nice. Should be another step closer. Lots of deliveries. Got a bunch of train action happening. I'm gonna have to do some work offline just to try to plan out in my head how I'm gonna tackle this whole thing. Need to make sure that this is the line that's kind of in the way for me right now, and I need to know if I can get rid of it. I don't think I can because we got passenger traffic here, so I'd have to make try to make some other way to make that happen. So I need to spend a little brain power offline on that to come up with a plan. And yeah, it's going to take them a while to get out here to deliver this, so all good. Anyway, thank you very much for sticking it out with me on this one. I appreciate you and hope you have a great rest of your day. Cheers.